While we were on our trip to Asia, Storm Kirk hit the land. The river was floating, there was no electricity, and our friend needed to rescue herself and the puppies.
Well, the puppies started to grow. They started to finally explore a bit the land, so like walking around and eat a bit of this solid food.
The house, there was actually no progress, but only regress because of the storm. We started our project interior design together with an agency in Brazil. We went for a Halloween community walk in Monção. So here's what happened in detail in October.
We are Daniel from Brazil, Stella from Germany, and our border collie Bonnie. We moved from the heart of Berlin all the way to the beautiful north of Portugal, trying to spend more time away from the computer screens. We are all about learning by doing, sharing our successes, fails, and the fun moments with you.
Okay, so the puppies had their first month. They could walk around, and now it was time for them to learn how to eat solid food, because before that they were just nursing on Bonnie, but Bonnie started to feel a bit like done. And it was actually quite a bit of work because we needed to make like a
Paste.
paste out of the dry food with a little bit of hot water. Mulan was a quick learner, she enjoyed it, but little Duke, he preferred Bonnie's milk. So it needed more work to convince him to eat the food. You basically need to go 5 times per day, like try to feed them food. It's not so much fun.
So the main difference between the two dogs, Duke and Mulan, was that Duke was always a bit more cuddlish and gentle and licking, and Mulan was always the devil, that she still is. But yeah, we ended up taking her.
We took her because she obviously decided to keep Mulan because she was the girl, and we had just good experience having a female dog, so we wanted to stick with it and not getting a male one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mulan was way more active than Duke, like also trying to bite him all the time.
Yeah, so Bonnie is there to educate, but you can see Bambi is trying to attack everyone all the time. And I thought she would be the relaxed one, but no.
In the beginning it looked like it. Duke was more like staying very close, cuddling a bit. But yeah, we had a good routine. In the beginning of the month we also had our trip to Asia. So we went to Singapore and Thailand. And for that we organized that a friend would stay with us and take care of the puppies.
Our friend arrived just one day before we go to Singapore, so like she arrived very late in the evening. It was the only flight that has. It was a bit of a nightmare. We had to wake up to pick her up there.
So Daniel was driving in the middle of the night
To pick her up. Yeah, it was already a funny start. And then 1-2 days after Singapore, just arriving there was a huge storm here. Things are going crazy. It was like no electricity, no water, because there's no electricity to pump. Nightmare. The river levels going crazy high, so they were also scared of like getting, pretty much being locked here in the land, not being able to live anymore. Since the situation here in the land started to be very crazy, so my friend, I had to kind of find some other friends that could help the whole situation. So basically hosting my friend that came from Berlin to stay with us, or to stay in the land for a couple of days with some other friends that live in Braga, and also take care of the dogs, right? So it was a lot of calls, but luckily it all worked out. My friend here in Braga hosted my friends from Berlin for like, 2 days and kept the dogs for the rest of the trip, basically. So it was really, really cool.
After all this excitement, finding new people who could take care of the dogs, our trip in Asia was kind of nice. Not kind of nice, it was nice. We enjoyed. We went first to Singapore, enjoyed the city, and then we went to Thailand to meet your cousin.
Yeah, my cousin's now working, studying in China, Beijing, and we met in Thailand there. It was really nice to see him.
So a bit halfway, more or less. Not really, but it was closer for him and for us to see each other. And it was amazing. Enjoyed the food, enjoyed the weather. We were super lucky with the whole trip.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was also my first time in Asia. We had a lot of fun. Although it was very far, very painful to go.
The flight back was actually going over 24 hours because we needed to go from Thailand to Singapore, stop in Istanbul.
But in Singapore, we had a nice stay at the airport. So they have like this crazy nice, almost like a pool club at the airport. We paid not much, like 20-30 euros. 20 euros per person. And they had like pool, place to eat there, chill, we could nap, and I don't know, it was really
There was
chill.
even a little gym.
Little gym, yeah, it worked out there. It was really nice. We spent most of the day there. We took the flights to Turkey, to Istanbul, And when we arrived in Istanbul, we also found that they had this sleeping pod, like just a tiny, tiny cabin, pretty much made of almost like cardboard. It's like really, really cheap material there, but still, it makes like a good acoustic. Slept like a baby. It was great. I slept very well.
It helped a bit.
It
the
helped a
whole
lot.
Way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and arriving in Porto, we took an Uber going to Braga to pick up Bonnie and Mulan because Lordinho / Duke was already going to his dad. So we only took back one puppy, which was a bit helpful.
Although my friend said it was very sad to split them because Lordinho was leaving and Bonnie was looking through the window that thought they were giving Lordinho to the dad. There's a bit of a drama there, but I think Bonnie's memory is it's as good as mine, so I think she forgot that she had a kid in 2 minutes.
When we came back, she was kind of normal. She was super happy to see us.
Oi,
Oh, she's so naked.
Você tá tão pelada, perdendo tanto pelo, meu amor.
We were actually a bit shocked to see her because she looked horrible. She lost so much fur and she also had a rash over her whole chest. Like the puppies destroyed her quite a lot. Little Mulan was doing great. She was
Very good shape.
very good shape, very happy, very cute. And yeah, when we finally arrived at home after all this trip, we were just organizing a bit because the girls needed to leave in a hurry, in a rush because of the storm. And we were just so happy to be back and also to get back to our new routine, and also new routine with little Mulan. So normally in the mornings, we always do our trash walk to warm up. Our trash is 1 kilometer away from our tiny house, so it's always a little walk in the morning. And Mulan was joining, and we still do it. So we came back in October, and now it's December, and we still do the same route every day. I think in the beginning we were pushing a bit too much. We were a bit too excited, but she was excited and she walked a bit too much. But yeah, then we started to carry her for most of the time. And it's October and it's very cold already. And here, Mulan, she has a new name.
Yeah, Bambi was unfortunately too close to Bonnie, so it's kind of hard to control these animals. Right, Mulan?
Yeah.
No? You don't even know your name yet? Right,
Yeah,
right.
but she's a little Mulan. She just jumped down off a construction thingy.
Yeah, which is not good for her age.
So now, punishment. I carry her. And she's actually heavy.
Yeah, very heavy. Look at her size.
Yeah, whenever we need to go up and down or climb these hills and type of stuff, we take her and we carry her just to avoid this joint issues and this kind of things.
Yeah.
But she has a lot of energy. So it's like if we would leave her just next to the tiny house, she would play the whole day, I guess.
She doesn't sleep by herself.
She doesn't live by herself. We really need to split them both because she also annoys Bonnie a lot and Bonnie suffers because she wants to chill and Mulan wants to play.
It's true. But also Bonnie changed a bit. So since we have Mulan, Bonnie is way more playful. And especially like on the way back to the land, they started their own little routine where they're playing and Bonnie is like pushing Mulan on the floor and rolling around in sand. And especially in October, it was a very dirty activity to do because of all the rain. It was super, super muddy. And
it's crazy. It's always at the same spot. So we go for a round, we drop the trash at the trash can and we get back. And then we have like this 400 meters dirty road until we arrive at the land. And then always at this dirty road, they have literally 400 meters of Bonnie beating up Mulan and super rush play, but I don't know, I feel like enjoying it somehow. So we started to teach Mulan how to do pee and toto. That means she's locked at the travel box. That's where she sleeps and stuff. And when it's time to go for pee and toto, Bonnie already knows where she needs to go. And we kind of put both together. We scream pee toto. And it's kind of happening. From time to time, she still pees and does toto in places where it's not supposed to. But I think it's already so good.
it's getting very better.
Yeah. I'm just looking forward once we can just open the tiny house, they run out, we scream pipi toto, and we don't need to do anything.
Yeah, why we need to scream is because we always send it through the next property because nobody's living there, but we're living here, so we don't want to have any bad experience with the dog's excrements. But yeah, so this was basically, we started to teach her the basics. It didn't really start with training, but more with like being a bit more patient, following Bonnie, learning how to drink water from the river. So we try to teach our dogs not necessarily a lot of commands where they can do tricks, but more like behavior that helps us to deal with our dogs so that we have less work.
back to our routine. So I think we still had Sunday or something. So to do our groceries. Usually Saturday is the day we do groceries. Sunday we go for usually a longer walk. Take the dogs for a walk. We spend a bit less time in front of the notebook.
Spending lots of time with the dogs, and also having now 2 dogs gives loads new opportunities to cuddle a dog.
They're too dirty all the time, so we need to be careful. What is she eating? Yeah. After many surprising visits, we finally got like the chain at the entrance now, which honestly we need to do something about this entrance. I'm very unhappy with how it looks like, and it doesn't protect, so it's just a nightmare. But at least now we have a chain. So we had a handful of people just showing up, and motorcycles, and I don't know, every other day there's some people that come here, which is fine, but also sometimes we are working, sometimes we want to be chill, and people are literally in front of our doorstep there. At least we got the chain now.
Which on the sign it says private land.
Yeah.
Private.
I
It
hope
doesn't
it
help,
helps.
but maybe it helps a little bit. So yeah, with the house there was no update, but just no progress, just regress. The Storm was taking down the work they did, so they installed already the panels for the roof. They didn't cover the roof with beton, so the panels could fly away or were flying away from the storm, so they needed to redo all of that. And because of that there was no new things happening, but just fixing what was already done, as it said. Not only our house broke, but also our washing machine. So the washing machine was not pumping the water off anymore, and now it works, but it doesn't dry anymore. So we need to dry our clothes outside or inside of the tiny house, hanging it on the net or balancing it on the stairs. It's not ideal. Doesn't really help that we don't have any space. Yeah, we started the interior project. So
Benny has the meeting with the interior designers from Brazil. He's showing the blueprint of the house, also our mood boards, and we're very excited.
Eu tava pensando
What
inicialmente
they
na
will do?
banheira, no estilo da banheira lá. Porque
you hired a Brazilian agency who was doing the house of a friend of ours. Yeah, you got the contacts.
Yeah, so the girls are helping us with the whole, not the whole house, but at least the social area of it. The stones, illumination, some reference for the living room, kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, wardrobe, the mini cellar stuff. We also talked about the light spots, so where they would be, because now we have the super high roof. I think this point is like 6 meters at the top. The dinner table is right under it. And so how to make the spot, the light, we need to figure that out as well. So the whole terrace and the kitchen, living room, this part. So we're about to finish the things, but that's when it started.
In October. The other big thing in October was that we had a community walk, like a Halloween walk on the 31st of October. And in preparation for that, we wanted to test how we can go with Mulan for a longer walk. We tried to put Mulan in a backpack we had. We're going for a small hike together with Mulan and Bonnie. And since Mulan already played quite a lot, she needs to spend some time in the backpack. She's not so happy about it. Yeah, it turned out it wasn't good at all. We went for a small 5-kilometer hike in the neighborhood, which is like actually quite nice one. We're going over a bridge, a bit of mountain up, passing by some water streams, ending up on a mountain with a beautiful view and going back over a small village to our house. But this little dog, she hated the backpack. She was always trying to get out and she was way too hot in it. So we decided in the end to order a new dog backpack. It was a bit too large for her, but way better than the option before. Yeah, and then we were ready to go for this Halloween walk.
Halloween walk was great. Great to see the whole community there. So we went to Monção, where was the meeting point. It was so nice to see all of these people dressed up with animals, with spiders and all of these things. So many kids. It was very friendly. It was in total of like apparently 12 kilometers, which we didn't do everything, by the way. It was a bit of a nightmare with dogs. There was too many fireworks, too many noise, and yeah, Bonnie was very, very scared. And Mulan was very, very heavy. Even with the proper dog backpack, in October she was like 8 kilos and it's still heavy. Great community event, but I think next time we go without the dogs.
We did a longer video about this whole experience and next year we'll definitely go. And this was our October. Very exciting for us. Loads of new things happening
Many
and
crazy things happening.
a lot of headache as well.
Nice. Cheers.